with the weather outside. Now, Channel 11 News at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm David Johnson.
And I'm Della Cruz. Topping our news at this hour, Thanksgiving is less than 24 hours away, and it seems like everybody is rushing home to be with their families for the holidays.
And that all means the staff at Greater Pitt is coping with the busiest day of the year. Our Marissa Morris knows all about it. She's with the Live Eye at the airport with the busy day there at Greater Pitt. Hi, Marissa.
Well, the crowds are starting to get a little more heavy here, David. As you said, the countdown is on. About 24 hours before it's time to fill yourself, gorge yourself on all the turkey and trimmings. Ugh. It's also a big travel time. People like to go home and spend time with their family. And if your family is a little ways from your home, it's time to hop on the airplane to go to Grandma's house. The crowds were sparse this morning, but as it got closer to noontime, more and more people made their way to the airport.
We're going to New York to visit our children. Oh, we're looking forward to it. You know, we're coming back Monday, so we won't have all that terrible travel on Sunday.
And there were those who may have missed the crowds, but they missed their ride home as well.
I missed my flight last night out of Kennedy, and she got me another flight on this morning's flight. So I'm here now, and her car messed up, so it's in the shop, and now I'm waiting for her to get here.
My grandmother lives here, and
oh, the traditional going to grandmother's house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I flew in from Baltimore. I go to University of Maryland, and we came in here, and I'm waiting for my father to pick me up and take me there. So.
Does your dad know you're in?
Yeah, he should know. He's in here for a couple hours, so hopefully he's on his way.
Even world Frisbee champions, part-time guitarists, make the trek home for Thanksgiving. You going to be Frisbeeing or guitaring for Thanksgiving?
Well, I'll probably be guitaring. I'm going to be a minstrel for my family.
Uh-huh. Where's your family live?
No, Newcastle.
You forgot for just a moment there, didn't you?
Well, I haven't been here in quite a while.
Well, Newcastle's a hard name to remember. I mean, come on. Well, I talked to airport officials just a short time ago, and because the weather is so mild, it's actually mild all over the United States, and so flights have really not been delayed. They've really had no problem, and they don't expect any problem. But as you know, things can change quickly, so if you have a problem with your flight or you think you might, call the desk and ask them about it. They'll give you all the information that you need to know. And make sure you get here in plenty of time so that you're not frazzled. So this becomes a good day and not one that you go home and say, why did I ever leave this area to go home to Grandma's house or wherever you're going for Thanksgiving? Anyway, have yourself a happy Thanksgiving. With the Live Eye here at Greater Pitt, Marissa Morris, Channel 11 News. Back to you two.
You too, Marissa. And don't procrastinate. Good advice.
Well,
yeah, really.
Thanks a lot. In other news today, Pennsylvania highways will also be coping with a heavy traffic load this weekend. A combination of family gatherings, the start of the Christmas shopping season and deer season, and students traveling to and from school makes Thanksgiving traffic the heaviest of the year. As you can see, police will have extra patrols on the highway all weekend. You're warned, and they'll be looking out for speeding drivers as well as travelers who aren't complying with our new seatbelt law here in the state.
On a sadder note, police are investigating an accident on the north side this morning in which 2 people were hurt. It happened on the corner of Federal and Carrington Avenues when a car went out of control, slammed into a house, and then careened over the hill. The 2 people who were in the car were taken to Allegheny General Hospital, where they are now being treated. No word yet on who they are or how badly they're hurt.
Well, at least the Thanksgiving holiday will be a happy one for Wilkinsburg borough workers. They got paid today. The transfer of $585,000 from the borough's pension fund to the general fund allows Wilkinsburg to meet the payroll through the end of this year. The money crisis isn't over by a long shot, though, as the county DA's office has been called in to find out why this mess started in the first place.
The trash is piling up in dozens of communities because of the closing of a major landfill. The Valley landfill near Murraysville, as seen from Chopper 11, was closed late last week when it reached full capacity. Among the communities affected is Plum Borough, where trash had to be dumped behind the municipal building when haulers had no place else to go. And there was no notification whatsoever of the landfill shutdown.
No, we didn't. We were notified Thursday when our people went out to the landfill.
And they were surprised?
Yes, we were.
Now, what do you think of that?
Well, certainly it wasn't the best situation to be in. We haul about 100 cubic yards a day, and we have to find some provision to get rid of this.
Trash collections are running 2 days behind in Plum and longer in some other neighborhoods. DER says about 100,000 people are affected by the closing of the Valley dump site, but most haulers by now have found alternate landfills. David.
In other news, a Pittsburgh couple is in the Allegheny County Jail charged with using their 10-year-old son to steal from a Squirrel Hill store last night. Police say Howard Buchanan acted as a lookout outside the store, and his wife, Stormy Buchanan, waited in a getaway car while the boy was sent inside to steal audio speakers. The boys, two brothers, ages 3 and 4, were reportedly panhandling in a nearby tavern during the burglary. All 3 boys are in the hands of juvenile authorities today.
A Lincoln man is in the county jail charged with rape after a late-night incident where he allegedly held police at bay and attacked a neighbor's door with a machete. At a home in the Lincoln section, police say a 41-year-old suspect raped his 10-year-old stepdaughter. When the girl and her mother ran to a neighbor's, police say the suspect ran after them with a machete. The neighbor didn't want to appear on camera, but she told us what happened this way.
My neighbor's the little girl, the oldest one that it happened to, yeah. Okay, come over to my house, banged on my door and said, "Can I please call the police? My daddy's going to kill us." So with that, he came to my house with a machete. He banged the door in. You can see the hole was on my door.
When police came, the suspect held them off with a machete for several minutes. He was arrested and charged with rape, statutory rape, and indecent assault.
And a Hill District woman is hospitalized today after allegedly being stabbed by her boyfriend last night. Police say 41-year-old Carlisle Emmett stabbed 35-year-old Joanne Richards with a kitchen knife during an argument in her apartment on Festus Way in the Hill. Richards was taken to Mercy Hospital, where she has been upgraded this morning to fair condition. Emmett was arraigned during the night, and his bond set at $5,000 straight.
Talks continue at this hour and a prison riot at the federal penitentiary in Atlanta and Louisiana. Cuban inmates who took over the prison hospital in Atlanta overnight are holding 94 people hostage, mostly guards. Reporters were escorted into the prison for the first time to meet with a field of 5 hostages who have now been released.
The Cubans know who I am, and they have treated us with utmost respect. They've treated us like gentlemen. They looked after our every need. I request that this be put on television as soon as possible so that the Cubans can see it.
The Cubans made sure we had everything that we needed, medical attention, plenty of food. They just taken real good care of us. All the hostages are not harmed at all.
The Cuban detainees say they will continue the seizure indefinitely. They say they will do what they have to stay in this country.
There is new information today on the crash of that Air Force jet into an Indianapolis airport hotel last month. Tapes released by the FAA show the pilot asked if he was near a populated area before he went down. That crash killed 10 people. The tapes also reveal the tower never answered.
The key question following the crash, why didn't the pilot, Major Bruce Teagarden of Greene County, PA, steer his crippled A-7 jet fighter away from the Ramada Inn before ejecting himself? The plane slammed into the hotel, killing 10 people. Tapes released by the FAA show Teagarden did twice ask controllers to tell him if he was near a populated area. He got no response.
Say if there's any kind of housing area close to me in case I have to get rid of this thing.
Controllers did try to steer him onto the airport runway.
Chaps 2-4, you're right over the top of the airport now, northeast of it, enter a right turn now. As soon as you can pick the airport up, you can go straight into 31.
Unable, and it looks like I may have to get out of it.
Teagarden had to rely on controllers for directions because of heavy cloud cover. When he broke down through the clouds, he saw the Ramada Inn, and he knew he had no chance of aborting.
Going down the housing area.
Indy approach, just hold everybody now. Chaps 2-4 is going down. He crashed out there. Okay, he's burning.
The FAA investigation continues in Indianapolis. Still to come here on Channel 11 News at noon. Premenstrual syndrome, you've heard all about it.
But did you know that it could be just a normal part of being a woman?
My PMS symptoms became so severe that I eventually went to see a psychiatrist because I thought I was having a nervous breakdown.
There's the water retention, which has a lot to do with it, and then also there's the cramping.
And they're always related to pain or getting sick or depression.
What does absolute minimum pricing mean? It means a 3-pound can of all-purpose grind Hills Brothers coffee is just $4.99, and fresh Pascal celery is just 33 cents a stalk. Top Frost frozen turkeys are just 38 cents a pound, and a 16-ounce can of Food Club cranberry sauce is just 33 cents. Absolute minimum pricing means you get low prices on every item every day, and that means a lower total food bill for you. Giant Eagle. If you're not paying the absolute minimum price, you're paying too much.
For real country sausage, the best you ever tried. Pick up a pound or two of Tennessee Pride.
Even when you're in a hurry, there's always time for Tennessee Pride Country Buttermilk Biscuits and Sausage. Just pop them in the microwave, and you've got a delicious hot breakfast. Now with 33% more sausage and real buttermilk. That'll really get you going.
Take home a package of Tennessee Pride.
New Country Buttermilk Biscuits and Sausage.
Mmm. Hello, I'm Seymour from Jim Owens Country Ford in Belle Vernon. And if you're from Irwin, North Huntington, Greensburg, McKeesport...
With some of the inmates, and then they brought forward some hostages, which they continue to hold inside the facility. You're looking at the facility right now. The hostages, everyone that they brought forward, told us that they are in good health, that they are being treated well, that they are getting all the medicine they need.
Some not functioning as they would like. Tabitha received the new liver along with 4 other organs in an experimental transplant over a month ago. Tabitha's doctors at Children's Hospital also say they're still not sure why she slipped into unconsciousness for a short time on Monday. Tabitha remains in critical but stable condition. David.
A New York millionaire has a unique plan to prevent teenage pregnancy, but his offer for girls who don't go all the way may have gone too far. Listen to this. He may look like Colonel Sanders, but he's not selling chicken. At age 78, John LaCourte is looking for virgins. He first offered $1,000 to teenage girls who preserve their virginity until 19.
For $1,000, would you stay a virgin until you're 19 years old?
I'll try, if until 19, but not for the rest of my life. A lot of people, it's too late.
But that offer drew criticism, so LaCourte modified his award. Instead of cash, he's offering an all-expense-paid seminar on morality.
Nah, that's crazy.
Money. You won't go for that.
No, the money.
Well, the original offer prompted about 100 calls, but now the offer has changed, so the haste to remain chaste has slowed. Boys need not apply, though many have called for the list of virgins.
And I have nothing to say.
Neither do I.
In today's House Call, Dr. Dina Dell tells us about a new discovery about an old problem.
What many women think is psychological may actually be biological. Here's today's House Call.
My PMS symptoms became so severe that I eventually went to see a psychiatrist because I thought I was having a nervous breakdown.
There's the water retention, which has a lot to do with it, and then also there's the cramping.
And they're always related to pain or getting sick or depression.
You can cry for days or hours, like a whole weekend, and that's when you start to believe, oh God, I must be nuts.
These women all suffer from the symptoms of PMS, or premenstrual syndrome. They're part of a PMS awareness group formed to help PMS women understand that they're not alone. And as it turns out, they aren't. A new study finds that PMS symptoms may actually be the norm for most women. Yale Medical School researchers screened 520 women for symptoms of PMS. They screened these women for things like breast pain, mood swings, and bloating. Now remember, these were not women who were reporting any premenstrual problems at all, just normal women. Well, more than 40% of them said they suffered from breast pain, especially those with larger bra cup sizes. 74% said they felt irritable, depressed, or suffered mood swings before their period. And a whopping 81% of these average women claimed they suffered from bloating and weight gain. All of this tells us that PMS may not be a disease or abnormal condition, but a natural phase that most women's bodies go through. Just knowing this may actually help.
It's just really been amazing to me to learn why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling.
It was real encouraging to finally be in control of my life and not let PMS be in control of it.
It's not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to feel good tomorrow.
I'm Dr. Dean Adele.
And tomorrow, Dr. Dean talks about making good first impressions.
And that's exactly what Mother Nature has done with our Thanksgiving Day forecast.
Yeah, it looks pretty good if you like a little bit of rain and mild temperatures, right, Phil?
That's right, and today, sweater weather. We're going into the mid-60s already there. We have some sunshine, fabulous weather, and back with a good forecast in a moment.
Right, a large flower arrangement at the Hotel Royale. 8:30's fine. My credit card number is... So the clowns will be there at 10 o'clock sharp. Great. Now, your mariachi band will show up at midnight with sombreros. Room 608, the bridal suite.
Now, I'm not going to pay for this all by myself.
Guys, come on!
The Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, the one that works.
Murray Hill Jewelers announces the most incredible buying opportunity ever during our moving sale. Our entire $1 million inventory is being liquidated at savings of up to 70% off. Take advantage of exceptional prices on diamonds, gold jewelry, pearls, cocktail rings, and men's jewelry, all at up to 70% savings. This is Howard Shirey, General Manager of Murray Hill Jewelers, inviting you to visit us during our moving sale, Suite 204 Clark Building, downtown Pittsburgh. Most major credit cards accepted, or lay away now for Christmas.
Oxidol has something for your whites no other detergent has. Green crystals with color-safe bleach. But guess who's got even more? 20% more of these green crystals with color-safe bleach. It's new bleach-boosted Oxidol. Regular detergent has no bleach. Oxidol does. And now it's got 20% more bleach, so you can get dazzling whites like this. Now, what does new Oxidol have no other detergent has? Guess!
And you thought your TV was just a TV. Next Monday, your TV turns into a money machine. That's when you can play Foodland's Wheel of Fortune game. There's up to $755,000 in cash prizes, plus free coupons, too. Turn on WPXI's Wheel of Fortune show, Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock, and play along with the game cards you pick up at Foodland. Play Foodland's Wheel of Fortune game starting next Monday. It'll really pull you in.
Some of my in-laws in town for the holiday wanted a white Thanksgiving.
Oh, they're not going to get it, unfortunately.
But
are
still
they, Bill?
nice weather.
Right, Mother Nature's giving us something to be thankful for, a real blessing. Beautiful weather the day before Thanksgiving. It's absolutely beautiful. Our temperature right now, 64 degrees. That's the high since midnight. And this morning, during the Today Show, 7 a.m. through Sunday, lots of clouds.